Bluey arrived at the beach with a big idea. Bluey began preparing the sand to build a sandcastle. The first sandcastle appeared. Bluey wanted his sandcastle to be even bigger. The sandcastle began to take on a clearer shape. Bingo also joined in to help build the sandcastle.
Huh?
Bluey found more decorations for the sandcastle. The sandcastle became very beautiful and special. The approaching waves made Bluey a little nervous.
Oh no!
The sandcastle was more carefully protected. Bluey was very proud of his sandcastle. Even a simple beach outing can bring great joy. A gentle morning begins with a small plan. A short picnic, no need for elaborate preparation. When the green space opens up, joy appears with it.
Yahoo!
But nature always holds surprises. Luckily, there are always people willing to help. When working together, everything becomes easy. Joy appears with it. Small joys will stay with you for a long time. Still leave beautiful memories. Just being together. When you know how to cherish short encounters. After many days of use, the family car also needs some maintenance. Bluey and Bingo wanted to help Bandit with this. Taking care of things is a way of showing concern. Bandit showed us how to check the important parts. Working together made everything easier. The car looks completely different now. Taking care of things is a way of showing concern.
Whoa!
A small thing, but it brings joy to the whole family. 5 minutes at the beach, sunny beach. The family arrives with arms full of gear. Tent, mat, beach bag. The kid bounces with excitement. Dad carefully sets up the beach tent. Mom spreads out the mat and arranges items neatly. The kid stares at the ocean, eyes sparkling. The moment Mom and Dad turn away, the kid runs straight into the water. A strong gust of wind blows. The tent flips and flies. The mat slides across the sand. Dad chases the flying tent. Mom grabs the mat. They exchange panicked looks. Cut back to the kid, still playing joyfully in the waves, waving happily at Mom and Dad. Mom and Dad look toward the water, worried but amused. The kid runs up from the water and hugs them. Where's the car? The family gets into their car. Doors close. Seatbelts click. Everyone looks ready and excited. Inside the supermarket, quick montage. An empty cart rolls in. Items pile up fast. The cart is now overflowing. At the register, the receipt prints and prints and prints. Dad stares at it nervously. Mom nods calmly. Outside the store, the family pushes the heavy cart forward. Dad strains. Mom helps steer. The kids push proudly. They move far, very far, like they're walking home. They stop. Dad looks around. No car. Dad pulls out the car keys. Mom slowly turns and looks back toward the store. The family car sits alone in the parking lot. Back to the family, standing far away. Dad scratches his head, embarrassed. Mom crosses her arms, amused. The kids giggle. Bluey gets lost in the giant sunflower forest. The great cleanup battle morning. Mom stands in the middle of the living room, hands on her hips. She takes a deep breath, then gives a strong signal. Clean up! The whole family jumps. They look around at the piles of clutter. Dad takes the mop. Sister hugs a stack of clothes. Little brother drags a box of toys. Dad mops too hard. Water splashes onto the couch and the wall. Sister finishes folding. The stack tilts. Crash! Clothes spill everywhere. Little brother stuffs toys into the box. The box gets too full. Pop! Toys fly all over the floor. The family stands in the middle of the room, staring at the new chaos. Mom steps into the center, signals to start over. Everyone works in rhythm. The room gradually becomes tidy again. The living room is clean and bright. They look at one another, then burst out laughing. Fixing the outdoor table. A quiet morning. The wooden outdoor table wobbles slightly. Every gentle touch makes the tabletop tremble. The family stands around, looking at one another. Dad nods. Let's fix it. Dad kneels down and tightens the bolts with a wrench. Clack, clack. A soft metallic sound. Mom hands over a small wooden piece, placing it under the shorter table leg. Sister wipes the tabletop with a cloth. Dust sparkles in the sunlight. Little brother holds the table leg, tilting his head, watching very seriously. Dad places a cup of water in the middle of the table. Everyone holds their breath. The cup stays still. No shaking, no spilling. The family laughs happily. The little brother claps with a loud smack. The misplaced ego. Morning. Mom returns from the market, carefully setting the basket of eggs on the table. She gestures a reminder and walks away to do other chores. Up in the tree above, there is a bird's nest. Suddenly, an egg falls from the nest and drops into the egg basket. The two kids widen their eyes and lean in to look. They gently carry the basket of eggs into the house. They place it on the table, staring closely at the strange egg. The egg cracks open. A baby bird hatches. The kids gasp, then smile with delight. Dad rushes over, immediately understanding what happened. He grabs a ladder and carefully lifts the baby bird. The kids kids stand below, tiptoeing anxiously. Dad places the baby bird back into the nest in the tree. The mother bird returns. The whole family stands below, looking up. The two kids wave goodbye. The secret breakfast. Mom is asleep in her bedroom. Dad, sister, and little brother stand outside the kitchen, exchanging a silent shh gesture. Dad fills the kettle with water and turns on the stove. Steam rises. Dad quickly lowers the heat, nervously glancing around. Sister places bread into the toaster. Little brother carries a tray of eggs to the table. One egg rolls. Crack! It falls. He hurriedly picks it up, wipes it clean, and quietly puts it back. The family sets the table together. Plates slightly crooked, tablecloth wrinkled. Toast a little burnt, water poured too full. Dad steps back, looking at everything. He nods proudly. The bedroom door opens. Mom steps out, still sleepy. She freezes. Her eyes move from the messy breakfast to her family standing behind it. Mom covers her mouth, eyes filling with tears. A warm, grateful smile appears. The family sits together at the table. The garden looks a little dark today. The trees have grown so much. It's time to give them some more care. Just prune away the excess branches. The light is gradually returning. The trees are still healthy, but the garden is brighter. Everything is balanced now. With proper care, everyone feels more comfortable. Counting the stairs. Bluey and Bingo stand ready for a simple challenge, climbing the staircase. Bluey starts her climb, and Bandit begins to clap rhythmically, each clap matching a step. Bingo is slightly confused at first, but she quickly finds the rhythm, trying to sync her tiny steps with the claps. The two girls are halfway up. Bandit claps louder and clearer, helping them maintain the count. Bluey glances back to check her dad's rhythm. Bingo misses a step and pauses. She concentrates hard, then steps forward, determined to catch the rhythm of her dad's counting. Finally, Bluey steps onto the last stair, and Bingo follows closely behind. At noon, the sun blazed down on the garden. The sapling stood still in the hot sun. Bluey realized the sapling needed shade. Bluey quickly set about helping it. Bluey prepared the shade. Shading the tree wasn't as easy as it seemed. Bingo came to help hold the shade in place.
Whoa!
The shade gradually became more stable. The sapling was now protected from the harsh sunlight. Bluey's method was very effective. Bluey checked again to make sure it was secure. At noon, the sun blazed down on the garden. Bluey and Bingo are having a lot of fun skateboarding on the rink. The panda notices the skateboard rolling back and forth. The panda decides to try skateboarding for the first time. The panda stands very carefully on the small board. The board starts to move, making the panda wobble a little. A short slide is enough to make the panda very excited. Things quickly become very funny. The new way of skateboarding makes the whole rink more lively. All three skateboard in their own way. A simple game is enough to create a very fun moment. In the morning, Bluey prepares to water the plants in the garden. Bluey starts with the flowers near the path. Next are the very small plants. The plants in the sunny corner need more water. Bluey doesn't forget the plants furthest away. The watering can is almost empty. Bluey quickly refills it to continue. The vegetable beds are also carefully watered. Bluey doesn't miss any potted plants. Every area of the garden is cared for. The garden looks fresher after watering. Taking care of each little plant makes the garden truly lovely. The garden had so many plants that Bluey easily got confused while tending them. Bluey decided to draw a map of the garden. The map was checked right in the garden. Bingo and Bluey learned how to read the garden map. The map helped Bluey tend to each plant more accurately. The whole family used the map to tend the garden. The garden was properly cared for. Thanks to the garden map, tending the plants became easier and more fun. Building a small fence. A cool morning. The whole family stands in front of an empty patch of yard. Dad pulls out a measuring tape to check the spacing. Mom marks the spots with white chalk. Sister and little brother line up the short wooden posts. Dad grabs a hammer and drives in the first post. Thud, thud. Firm and steady. Mom holds the post, checking the balance by eye. She nods to signal it's good. Sister passes over a wooden plank. Little brother runs back and forth, handing over nails. Thud! The post tilts slightly. Mom raises her hand to stop. The family steps back to look. Dad pulls the post out and adjusts it. Sister holds one end. Mom steadies it. Dad hammers again. Their rhythm becomes steady. The fence grows section by section. The fence is complete. Little brother taps a post lightly. Tap, tap. Mom, Dad, and sister smile with pride.
The Talented Magician. Welcome to the Magnificent Magic Show by Magician Bluey. The audience is very anxious. Oh, a ball is flying out.
Wow!
Meanwhile, backstage, Bingo's assistant was preparing for the biggest performance yet.
Huh? Yeah!
Dad Bandit is ready. Can Bluey turn the empty hat into a miracle? A behind-the-scenes story is unfolding behind the hat. Ta-da! Not a rabbit, but a bingo. Dad seemed very surprised by the performance. He went closer to see if the bingo was real. Surprisingly, this performance was very convincing to the father. What a fantastic performance! Thank you to the audience for watching. See you at the next show.
Bluey begins drawing a strange picture on paper. The drawing suddenly changes right before Bluey's eyes. The drawing begins guiding Bluey. drawing transforms differently in each location. Bingo and Bluey decipher the mysterious drawing. The drawing leads Bluey to the backyard.
Whoa!
The treasure is finally found. The changing drawing led Bluey to a treasure trove of creativity.